What is going on, everyone? It is Foul Play here. Welcome back to match number 3 of this modern league. We won the Daryl. We're going to be on the play. We've got a pretty good hand here. We're going to keep. We've got both green mana and double blue, double white. Yep. Can cast at least 2 things on turn 2 as well. And we've got path interaction. So if this turns out to be a Hammer Time deck, at least we can interact with one of their creatures. Delay them a turn that way. Oh. Interesting. So I sort of smell a stubborn denial here. Let's lead on this Curious Obsession and see what they do. That resolves. I'm not sure I should play the Ethereal Armor into a Stubborn Denial. Maybe if I draw a Sentinel's Eyes post-combat, I'll cast that. But otherwise, I'm sort of tempted just to leave up Path to Exile. Find Island. Okay. Alright, so pretty land heavy at the moment. Hopefully we can draw out of that. Oh, Thieves Guild Enforcer? Okay. So opponent's making us mill with a Thieves Guild Enforcer. There is an infinite combo with Thieves Guild Enforcer. Plus, what's the card called? Sihili, Felidar Guardian, and also plus. Oh goodness. A bunch of not much going on here. Glasspool Mimic as well. All right, let's attack for 4 here. Obviously, he can't have that combo though because he's got Luris as a companion. Those cards cost 3 and 4 CMC. Alright, so we do actually get to land the damage here. That's pretty good for us. Oh, we find Daybreak Coronet? I think we're just versing Mill. Might just play out the Scout here. Interestingly enough, he left back the Thieves Guild Enforcer to chump block because he could have attacked. I guess it doesn't have Death Touch yet, and it's not a 4-3 yet. Sorry, 3-2 yet. It's sort of interesting to me. See what they do. Scrolling Thief. So it enters. As long as the opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, rogues get +1. Whenever 1 or more rogue you control attack, each opponent mills 2 cards. Okay. Sure. Mill Coronet Force. I think we passed our opponent's turn and, like, on their draw step, we'll path the Soaring Guild thingy. Wait, that didn't work. I yielded to them? No, I don't know. That's odd. I wanted to path this during their draw step, but it didn't go through. So we'll go to beginning of combat. We'll go for the path then. Make them spend mana during their turn so that they're not using a counterspell on all our good stuff. Alright, so that path happens. I also don't want to give them the mana to potentially, like, cast a mill spell at my face. Alright, that's a good one. So yeah, let's go ahead and cast it. I'll cast it on this Scout, and then I'll cast Daybreak Coronet on this Scout, attack with both. That way we reduce our opponent's potential for chunk block value. And we're guaranteed to draw at least 1 card. So you got a counterspell here. Alright, well, I think he has a counterspell, but I guess I'll make him cast it. It's probably Drown in the Lock. Wow, there's the very hasty crack. Alright, what else you got, opponent? Archmage's Charm. Okay. So 4 cards left in my opponent's hand, but, you know, we're threatening a decent amount of damage here. Think soon he has to think about chump blocking the Glade Cover Scout, or else, like, maybe I draw Rancor and just trample the damage. We're getting at least 2 damage and a card draw here. We're getting 7 damage, 2 cards drawn. Wow, that's great. We find Force, but we don't have a blue card in our hand to cast it. We can cast it potentially during our own turn. Can I play this land? No, I played the island earlier this turn. Okay, we'll just pass, leave up path, and not surprised. I'm not sure how he wins from here, but guess we'll play as safe as possible. Wow, we find Hyena number 2. All right, cool. Let's get in there and attack. It's possible that my opponent has engineered explosives in his list. So path this one. See what happens. So then we'll get at least 2 damage across if he's just got 1 creature. He's targeting me to mill here. I'm sort of okay with that. I don't want to counter a Thought Scour. That would be silly. Okay, so now his Polluted Delta's turned off if he can't cast another creature. Opponent concedes. Okay, I guess they didn't draw what they wanted off the Thought Scour. Weird. Teferi seems okay. I think Leyline seems good here. I would expect some amount of discard. I didn't really see that much mill spell wise. Didn't really see much of a reason to want path here either. If they are running explosives though, we might want like 2 to deal with Lurrus to stop like Lurrus and an explosives lock. So well, Top Rob also seems to stop what he's doing with his creatures, but what he's doing with his creatures isn't that scary to me. Well, it partially stops what he's doing with his creatures, I should say. What can we trim on? This is weird. I've got a lot of cards that I want and not really very much that I want to take out. I think maybe we just trim on Curious Obsession. Brazen Burrows probably a bit greedy. Maybe Leyline's just greedy. Maybe Force is greedy. Probably Teferi doesn't have like that much value really. And maybe we can remove the paths until we see a reason to put them in. I think Surgical could be pretty nice. If we survive 1 explosives, then it'll give us a good shot to get past the second one. Alright, there's Lurrus. We're going to mulligan this hand, no creature. This hand's looking good. We're going to keep. I think I'm going to ditch the Glade Cover Scout here. My opponent goes for a turn 1 Thoughtseize. We can counter it with losing Curious Obsession, and then we still have a hand. Yeah, alright. Alright. Goodbye, Curious Obsession. So now our hand's pretty light on resources. We do draw a second land, which is nice. We can get down Hyena Umbra as well, which is nice. Then we just need to draw something to speed our clock up, hopefully. Not like super in love with losing Curious Obsession, but obviously I needed to. I didn't have a choice. Alright, let's attack in. I guess we're going to mill a couple of cards from our graveyard. Yep, there's a rogue. Sure. Whenever one or more rogue you control attacks, each opponent mills 2 cards. I guess I'll crack this pre-combat to make sure I don't mill the land that I want to see. Actually, I should probably be getting Temple Garden there. We lose Hyena, Umbra, and Plains. That seems fine to me. We draw a Rancor. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's turn up the heat. Oh, no. He's got a counterspell. Boo. Or is his counterspell Archmage's Charm and he's fuming? Drown in the lock. Okay. Boo. Still, we got a decent attack. We're attacking for 4 a turn, and we still have a lot of cards in our library. And it just attacking to mill 2 cards continuously? Yeah, sure. I guess we play this pre-combat, slightly more damage. Maybe we leave it in hand, actually. It's kind of better to play it if our opponent's going to be chump blocking us next turn, but it also plays into engineered explosives a little bit. Plays around Thoughtseize a little bit. Well, we have first strike, so we don't really need to care about that. Okay, that doesn't work the way I think our opponent expected it to work. Overall, Force of Negation seems pretty bad from what I've seen here. I think I'd prefer Paths, maybe even to Fairies. Like, his creatures just aren't threatening anything. He's also missed several land drops, which doesn't help. Explosives on 1, but he doesn't have 2 mana to activate. I literally have lethal damage here, so he needs to have a Thieves Guild Enforcer here. I guess he's got it, so... Opponent is making us mill for days, man. I knew the surgical was coming. Sorry, the explosives was coming though. Bloody well knew it. Well, at least our creature survives the explosives. If our opponent wants to attack us, then they've hit their 3rd land. Guess they could have a 3rd Thieves Guild Enforcer here, but let's crack that one. Temple Garden into hand. Ethereal Armor's a nice one to recover with post-explosives. Alright. Select our replacement effect. Rancor to hand. Alright, we'll play out our Rancor, play out our Ethereal Armor, see if our opponent can somehow get out of this from there. Odd deck. It's like a really, really nerfed version of the Spell Mill deck. I don't know why you'd have a mill strategy revolving around these creatures, which just aren't that strong. Oh well, I'll take the win though. Always good to win. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If anyone out there knows what the hell this was that we were reversing, please comment down below. Let me know. Let me know if there's something more to it that I'm missing other than just being a bad mill deck. If you're new, be sure to subscribe for daily content and ring the bell for more. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Cheers, guys.